Good afternoon, or I say good evening this warm Tuesday evening. It's another episode of your program, The Nexus, where we provide clarity. We provide clarity with the intent of problem solving. We are problem solvers on The Nexus. Today I have a very wonderful guest, someone who has paved this way through the private sector. Now he has also set an indelible mark also in the public sector. And now he's also going into the federal politics, the national politics. This person I'm trying to tell you about is someone who badged a first class and also the best graduating student at ABU, where from the Faculty of Social Science, he was the best graduating student in the Faculty of Social Science. And from there he also moved further to University of Abuja, where he also got his master's degree in economics. He was before a banker, and now he was appointed by the governor of a state in Nigeria as the executive chairman, Kogi State Board of Internal Revenue Services. And in which state am I talking about? Kogi State. This is one of the states in the lips of virtually everybody. Why? Because of the election on November 2nd, 2019. This is one of the states where we'll be expecting an election. And the person I'm talking about is not just an executive chairman, is not just a first class graduate, is not just a master's holder, is also a senator-elect. He is a senator-elect to represent Kogi Central, and I have no other person than Senator-elect Yakubu Oseni in the studio. Senator-elect, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here today.
Thank you very much. I look forward to a very interesting discussion with you. Kogi State is one of the most controversial states in this country currently because of the November 2nd election. Their governor, he said not to do this. He said to also invest in infrastructure. He said not to be paying salary. So we'll be discussing a wide range from someone who is inside to give us a proper perspective to what is happening in the Kogi State. So to make my question very simple, what is your own personal assessment of the Yahya Bello-led administration?
Thank you very much. Like you said already, my name is Yakubu Oseni, Senator-elect representing Kogi Central. Well, I think I'm one of the best person to assess Governor Bello's government because I am an insider and I know what has passed through, what he is going through, what he has done or what he has not done. And if I'm to assess him personally, I think I'll give him 90% performance. 90%?
Yes. Can we grade any governor in Nigeria 90%?
I will do that in Kogi State. Do you know why? He is somebody that believes in what he's doing. That whatever he's doing, he is focused. He doesn't give it to distractors. That's why he's able to get where he is today. You see, let me tell you, whatever you are reading in social media, whatever you are watching people saying, it's all political. And personally, I don't believe in that. I'm a politician. If you ask people about me today, I will never tell you my opposition or my opponent is this bad, is this. No.
But even
I will only tell you what I can do for you, what I have done and what I will do for you. But in Yahya Bello's case, Governor Bello's case, people who are eyeing his seat, they are painting him black on social media and all that. I am telling you
that. Is he not black?
He is not. There is, well, in terms of
complexion. I'm not talking about complexion.
But when you have to talk of performance as a governor of the state, he has done wonderfully well. Because people believe that what takes 16 or 20 years, somebody should just do it, should just amend the rot of 20 years in 3 years. Is it done? You see, Kogi State is just like, I can liken it to problem of Nigeria. Everybody believes that President Muhammadu Buhari should just fix Nigeria in 3 years, which is exactly what is happening in Kogi State. It is not like that. Me and you know that to fix what has been damaged, it takes.
But in the campaign, what he told us was that he could provide solutions to the problems. With what you said now, don't you think these are just mere excuses?
No, it's not an excuse. He has even profound solutions to the problems. Let me even tell you this. In terms of infrastructure and other performances, other parameters, he has done well. If you see, why are we even assessing
90%?
90% is this. Most people, they will drop, they will abandon projects.
Yes, by the previous administration.
He didn't do that. Rather, he believed that government is a continuous process. And he started from where he met the government.
So, what are those projects that you think he has completed that we can see now?
He has road projects across the three senatorial districts. In short, my village where I was brought up is one of it. You see, what I would see, where I will even blame him a little, he is not a media person. He doesn't believe in propaganda. If not, people will have adjudged him the best governors in terms of infrastructure.
The best governor in the country?
Yes.
When we have a state like Lagos State, Rivers State?
Yes, I'm telling you what he has done in the cooler. What I'm telling you now, by July, August, by the time he started unveiling all the projects, the ongoing, the completed projects that he has done in the three senatorial districts, you will call me to attest.
But the NLC chairman, Kogi chapter, said the administration is making people more impoverished. We are having more paupers, we are having more poor people. So how do we reconcile performance with poverty?
See, if they say that, of which I believe they will not even say that. If I thought they would say that.
He said it on the Workers' Day when he met with the governor himself.
No. Governor Yahya Bello doesn't make people impoverished. Nigeria, generally, there is economic recession. It's not Kogi alone.
They said we are out of recession.
Oh, you see, I am an economist. I will tell you whether we are out completely or we are not out completely. We are just on the recovery stage. That we are already on the recovery stage. It's just telling you we are not ready. We are already out of the trap. That is, we are already climbing. It doesn't mean that we are out of it completely.
So we are still in recession.
Are you telling me that if they say economies are out of recession, we are already at boom? No, we are not booming. It's just a recovery stage and it's very slow. And it must be very slow. It is not anybody's fault. It's not anybody's fault. So, what is happening in Kogi State, I am telling you categorically today that it's political. Governor Yahya Bello is performing. And I'll tell you, that will even lead me to another topic that you might not even care to ask today. You see, we have population of over 3.5 million in Kogi State. If somebody should tell you that resources meant for this whole population should be given to like 3% of the population,
that will amount to injustice.
That will amount to injustice, and it will be your name that you couldn't do anything as a governor. Governor Yahya Bello wants to make name for himself, and that is why he's doing what he's doing today. And I'm telling you, he has done well. I'm telling you, he has done
So
well.
on what parameter are we judging Governor Yahya Bello now? 90%. On what parameter? Because in terms of salary that will be coming to, I think that one we can't even judge him 20%. In terms of on what parameter are we judging him? By the
time I tell you about salary, you judge him also at 90%.
No problem now.
Yes.
So let's go to the parameter now.
Yes, if we are to talk of the salary.
No, I don't want us to go to the salary yet. On infrastructural development and other things.
Is it school? Is it road? Is it water projects? Name them. Anywhere you go, you meet. Let's see in terms of revenue house, see health sector. Go there and see. You see, I'll tell you to go to Kogi State yourself. Go around the three central district. Go to Kogi State. In Lokoja, the capital of the state, it was like a dump site before the advent of Governor Yahya Bello.
So we say the previous administration failed?
Well, I won't say they failed. They have tried their best. That's what you see. You can't give what you don't have.
Maybe their best was not enough.
Of course, you can't give what you don't have. I won't judge them, but they have. I believe they've given their best.
So because even now with the parameters, I think even myself I'm not yet convinced.
Okay.
Because some people said it's because Governor Yahya Bello did not go through the rigor of election. He does not know what it takes. He just got this particular thing positioned on a silver platter.
Says who?
But he didn't contest.
I am part and parcel of Governor Yahya Bello's campaign platform then. He went around the whole 21 local government.
Just for primary election?
But before, of course, before the primary election, then after the primary election, of course, the person that got the ticket has to do the other aspect of it. But during the election, he was there doing his bit. So if somebody should tell you that he didn't go through the rigors and all that, it's just because he has done it. Myself, now, before my primary election, I want to tell you that the job I've done before my primary election is harder than the job I did after the primary election, before the general election. Because that's where the bulk of the job is. But once you have gotten the ticket, the headache, the onus, everything will not be on the party. It's not party headache.
And they say primary elections
so
in
before
Nigeria.
the primary election, he has done his job. And everybody knows him. Governor Yahya Bello's name is a household name in Kogi State before the primary election.
What was he known for?
For his campaign. He took the campaign to everybody's doorstep.
So you are judging him as a grassroots politician?
He is, 100%. He is. He's a grassroots politician, and he has demonstrated it even in this general election. He delivered Kogi State to APC. Is he not the leader of APC in Kogi State?
Yes, he is.
Is it the Abuja politician that comes to Kogi to deliver it for him? He delivered it to APC.
So, though I still have that question.
So
what you are saying now is because he delivered the state to President Muhammadu Buhari,
to APC,
we can now assume, and he also delivered you.
And he delivered me.
So we can say you are a Yahya Bello apologetic.
Not only that, I'm a realist. I am telling whatever I'll tell you here today, whatever you ask, anyone that is his own, I'll tell you. Because he's a human being, no man is infallible. He's a human being. So he can make one or two mistakes, but that doesn't mean that it will invalidate all the good he has done.
So since you already mentioned one or two mistakes, what are the few mistakes or weaknesses you've seen in Governor Yahya Bello? Since he's not
well, it might be a weakness to some people because he's a dogged fighter. He goes for what he wants, he goes for what he believes in, and that is what many people believe is
so people agree.
And him, when he came about, his administration is tagged new direction agenda. Because he knows that you can't be doing things the same way and you'll be expecting different results.
They say that is the most foolish person's idea. So repeat the same thing and expect a different
because he deviated from what the so-called other politicians, because he deviated from that and he has a new direction way of
what is this direction?
The new direction is doing different things, things differently from the normal norms. And of course, the normal norms is when you bring the allocation, bring it to the table. Let's
slice it.
Let the politician use this.
And you give the populace 10%.
So he said, no, this money is for the people, let it be. Let the money.
So it's not as if he's telling people not to share the money, but he's just taking his own quota. Because many people, they've mentioned the house he built at Kogi, that he even went there to lunch. They also mentioned this house here also in Abuja. And they said the house in Kogi is worth billions of naira. In a state where people are judged to be very impoverished.
Those that are saying that doesn't know Yahya Bello before he became governor. If you know him before he became governor, you know that he's even more, himself is more impoverished now than as a governor than what he was before becoming the governor.
So
what I
was a stupendously wealthy
let me tell you, yes, he is not a poor man before he became the governor. So for people, it's unfortunate that once you are already in the helm of political affairs and all that, people will see you as if you don't have a life before you become what you are now. So if that is the case, let me tell you that Yahya Bello is who he is before he became the governor of Kogi State. And whatever he has more than that. It's what he has gotten before he became the governor. But you see, when
So you have not mentioned the weaknesses.
I've told you, the only weakness which I know what you see as a weakness.
Yes.
Many people, some people will see it
As a strength.
What the weakness that I see there is that he is doing things different from the normal norm. And that is what brings his name to the national.
And what he's doing differently is that he's not sharing the allocation within a microcosm population of the Kogi people.
That is just it.
I hope you've heard it from the Senator-elect, Yakubu Oseni. Now we'll be going to another question. This question, it's a segment for you to really learn. The Senator-elect was formerly the Executive Chairman of Kogi State Board of Internal Generated Revenue. Before inception, before 2015, Kogi was ranked the 33rd poorest state in the country in terms of internal generated revenue. And later on, they were also adjudged also to be getting between 350 million naira to 400 million naira generated maybe from taxation in the state at 2015. And now Kogi State is ranked the 15th richest state in the country in terms of internal generated revenue. And also that they also generate around 11.5 billion naira per year. Just look at the shift from almost a billion naira per month from generating 350 million naira per month to generating 1 billion naira per month. So we have the executive chairman here. I assume you are still the chairman.
No, I can't be
the chairman and also the senator elect.
No, it's not possible.
So now I'm very sure he was the one who just before the election, before 23rd of February, he was still the chairman. So he is in the right position to tell us how he was able to make this exceeding shift from 350 million naira to almost a billion naira. So, Senator-elect, sir, what were the things you discovered when you took the position of the executive chairman of that particular service?
That I'll still credit it to Yahya Bello again, the Governor Yahya Bello again, because it takes political will for you to achieve anything as a subordinate of a governor.
Yes, yes.
Yes, when we got there, what we saw on ground, what we meet on ground is as an apology. And to me, I believe in performance. I've been a performer in all my life, and whatever I take to him, he approved because he believed in me.
You're on the same page.
We're on the same page because I have seen his blueprint, what he wanted to achieve, and he has taken me there, and I have to support him. So what we did was to, first and foremost, that's what we call low-hanging fruits. Those items that you believe that without hurting anybody, you can
do away with them.
It can just come in. And we block, first and foremost, we block the leakages. These are still part of Yahya Bello's criticism. Because these are revenue items shared to people, politicians, across the senatorial district, without remitting it to the coffer of government. But we have to block the leakages. That is number one enemy of His Excellency Yahya Bello. So that brought in the low-hanging fruits automatically, because these revenues are there. So block the leakages and the revenues come. And we made a two-plan, the take-off plan and the growth plan. The take-off plan includes that of engaging the professionals, the young graduates, those people that have the zeal to do the job.
Who can be productive. So, for what we met on ground, we now transfer all those civil servants to head of service for transfer to other ministries. And when you mentioned young graduates and young people, you are also below 50.
Of course.
And also you were engaged by the same governor who is adjudged to be the youngest governor in Nigeria currently.
Yes, and I have to live up to expectation. So by the time all these people came in, and those are the takeoff plans that we engage, and we have a bill That is autonomy of the. It was called Board of Internal Revenue before.
Yes.
We made it KGRS, that is Kogi State Internal Revenue Service. That's KGRS. That is after the governor has signed the bill into law 27th January 20.
What was the bill?
2017. The bill is all about the revenue harmonization bill. Because by the time, the time where in the era when the revenues were shared into pockets, there is what we call double taxations that is melted on people of Kogi State. And to me, I said double taxation is not good. We have to propose a bill called Revenue Harmonization Bill, where we have all the revenue being harmonized, so that the idea of double taxation will not be there again, and those levies, fees that we are being collected by some ministries and it's not being recorded for the state were brought under the state. It was signed into law by His Excellency 27th January 2017. That was what made the defunct Board of Internal Revenue into Kogi State Internal Revenue Service. We have to match up with other states that are flying in terms of revenue generation. It's just unfortunate that revenue is derivatives.
Yes.
It's subject to economic activities, and unfortunately, Kogi State is not yet there. We have just in terms of industries and companies, we just have few. So
your backbone in generating revenue is just based on levies and taxation.
And reactivation of some dormant.
Like which one?
Taxes like consumer levy and all that. Those
so everything is just when you pay money to the Kogi police,
and
you just
automation of the system. Because
digitalization.
At this age, you can't still be operating on manual basis. So all those helped in blocking leakages, and before you know it, we're up there.
So we can say what Kogi is still resting on now is just the levy, taxation, and all the rest.
Of course, and payee, all those ones.
That means the money was there before.
It was there.
It was just that the state was not getting the right mechanism in accruing or getting the money.
The mechanism and the leakages mainly is too much.
Now that you've been able to solve a bit of the leakages and also a bit of the corruption, everything will still boil down to corruption. What template did you leave in the Kogi State Board of Kogi State Internal Generated Revenue Service? Now that you've been able to block these leakages, are you not thinking about investing in things that can also accrue money to the government instead of just taxing and putting burden on people?
We are not there yet, because that is the growth. I told you we have a take-off plan and we have growth plan. So we are not there yet because the money is not much yet. First and foremost, before you can do that, the governor is actually embarking on industrialization. Kogi State was tagged a civil servant state before.
I think it still is.
Of course, but we are trying to industrialize the state now by inviting investors come and invest in our state and all that, and we are doing a lot now. Before Governor Bello's administration, the expatriates that you can see in Kogi State are no more than 10. One, because of insecurity, that the devil the state for. So as we speak now, as still part of, which is one of even the major achievement of Governor Bello, security. As we speak, we can count over 500 expatriates in Kogi State because the land is fertile for them now. The land is conducive. The environment is good for them to do business. And they are still, as we still speak.
So the state is more peaceful now?
More than peaceful in Nigeria. Because they have the awards from AG of police. And it's not political. It's from their observation, and they see that this man is performing in terms of security. You need to be a co-guide to understand what I'm talking about. If you are a co-guide, and you are sincere, not only a Kogite. If you are a Kogite and you are not an enemy to Yahya Bello, you appreciate what
that means
what I'm
if I'm not also an apologetic of Yahya Bello, if I'm just objective, I would have judged him.
You know what I see in people, once your mind is sealed that this person is bad, you won't want to see other aspects. If they say Yahya Bello is doing this right, you close your eyes. Say, I don't want to see. You don't want to see. You close your ear. You don't want to hear. What you just want to hear is that there is killing. Something is wrong in Kogi State. That's what. If you see that, hey, you carry your phone.
I think it takes two to tango. Also, now, when I asked you what is just one weakness you've seen in Yahya Bello, it was a strength you brought out.
Because, to me,
you agreed with me that he is not infallible. That he can also make errors. Like,
of course. Okay, I will answer that when we get to salary issue. I will answer that there.
Thank you very much. You've also heard from the Senator-elect, Yakubu Oseni. Now we'll be going to what you've been wanting to hear, which is the question on salary. The question on salary. In most cases, the information we have on the salary, they are distorted. In most cases, they are not conclusive. In most cases, we do not even know what is really happening. But I'm happy to tell you we are here to unmask the mask, to unwrap the wrapped. We are here to unveil the hidden and reveal the sealed. Today you will hear what is actually happening when it comes to the salary payment. The former chairman NLC, Kogi State chapter, Comrade Salami Ajanao, they said he died of ailment because he had no money to even treat himself. That is even the NLC chairman. If the NLC chairman would be dying of just little ailment and he was not able to cure himself,
he's dying or he's already dead.
He's already dead.
And he's now saying it.
And
somebody saying it.
The people are also the opinion that the king of the Igala people and most of the people, they are withdrawing their support from Governor Yahya Bello. Even the state chair, the national chairman of the APC also, there was a time there was a protest at the national secretariat here in Abuja, and they said we will not support a governor who is not paying salary. Now to bring my premises to what I'm saying now. According to the NLC chairman on the Workers' Day, he met with the governor, and he mentioned that the local government workers, they've been paid 50% of their salary for a very long time. They've not been paid the full salary. And also, he also mentioned in that particular chat with the governor that some people have been paid just 35% of their salary, while in some ministries they are just being paid 35%, 45%. So I think this is a mechanism by the government to becloud people, in the sense that it will be difficult for you to say they've not paid salary for 38 months. So because it's the complete salary they've not paid. So what do you have to tell us about this salary scheme? Are you paying the full salary, or you are just paying a proportion of the salary?
You see, I've told you the other time, still on this interview session, that resources made for 3.5 million people and above cannot be used to service just 3% of the same population. It is not done. And I've equally told you what he has achieved in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of security. It is not money.
So people should.
It's not.
People should suffer. We will die of hunger even before these things will materialize.
No. Who has ever died of hunger?
They just said the former NLC chairman died because he could not treat himself.
People die every day across the world. It's just that they want to give a dog a bad name so that they can hang it. They are just hanging it on him. There's nothing like that.
But would you?
Let me tell you this. There was a screening exercise that he embarked on. Immediately he resumed as the executive governor of the state. All these people that we are hearing talking that Yahya Bello is not paying this, is not doing this, not doing that. They are covering, some of them, they are covering their rots, their ill,
their dirty linen.
They are covering it. And I'll tell you why. If you are known in the society that have been working for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, and the screening now unveil that you have a forged certificate, or you are a ghost worker, or you are a diaspora worker and all that, will you go to your village or your kingdom and say,
do you go back to your kinsmen?
Actually,
I truly forged
my certificate. I actually do. What you say is that I have been working for 20-something years before they even born Yahya Bello. Yahya Bello is now here and he said that he's stopping my salary, he's not paying me. You have to cover yourself.
And that argument is fallacious. Begging the question, you are not addressing the issue.
Yeah, I'm going to address the issue.
No, not you. I said the person going back to his people to say that he has just stopped not giving the reason.
They have to cover themselves. Those are the noises you are hearing. Yahya Bello promised Kogais when he's embarking on this screening exercise. He said, and I quote, not in my presence, that I will never victimize anybody. If you are a genuine, underline it, genuine workers of Kogi State,
I will pay you half salary.
I will pay you your salary.
Half.
Not half. I will pay you your salary. You know, we talked about recession the other time.
Yes.
Yes, that is what made, if anybody is taking any half salary, that is what is happening there.
So you agree that some people are not taking full salary?
Of course. Of course. You can't use resources of everybody and you be servicing a very small fraction of the society. So if the same people that are saying they are taking half salary go to clinic and they were not being attended to, what would they say about Yahya Bello? They will join their voices with the other populace condemning Yahya Bello that the health system is not good, the road system is not good, other infrastructure is not good, Yahya Bello is not doing that, Yahya Bello is not doing that, there's no water to drink. The same people who has collected 100% salary will still expect the government to be giving them water, to give them road, to give them everything that government is supposed to give. Where is the resources?
So the small fraction you are talking about are the workers in Kogi State?
Of course. Of course. So, if they said that Yahya Bello is not paying salary, maybe those that are receiving some certain percentage are still saying that Yahya Bello is owing them. Yes, of course. I won't blame them saying that because it's their salary. But let me tell you this: the problem, he inherited it. It's not his making. Because I'll tell you the right thing here today, because I am representing a constituent who also happen to be
under Yahya Bello.
There is what we call, you know what, of course you are Nigerian, you know what bailout is all about.
Yes.
How does bailout come into life? What's bailout?
Aha! Now that you are coming to this bailout was a palliative measure from the administration.
Bailout is simply saying that, come on, I have problem, come and bail me out. And Governor Yahya computed a huge amount of money that can bail Kogi State out, as the name implied. Was the money? Alright.
Was it released?
Was it released? It was only 20 billion, sorry. That was released. It means that, let me tell you this, what that computed is over 80 billion. And what government wanted to pay, federal government wanted to pay is about 50-something billion. And unfortunately, eventually they paid
to the Wada-led administration?
No. Wada couldn't access it, actually. That was why he was owing 4 months salary before he left. Does that mean that he's not taking allocation for that 4 months? Because he has other things to service. If he's sincere to himself, he will tell you. So let me tell you, then the only 20 billion that Governor Bello assessed now, is it enough to solve even Wada problem before you even talk of Bello administration problem?
So you say 20 billion naira is no
enough to offset
4 months salary?
Not only 4 months salary.
You just said Wada was just owing 4 months salary before he left.
Yes, plus other problems that he computed as part of the bailout. Because he was to receive 50.8 billion.
But the former minister of finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, specified that the purpose for the bailout was for salary payments, because at that time people were extremely impoverished. People were even going to the extent of going to farms to steal.
So
that was the purpose.
That is exactly what I'm still telling you. Whether for salary alone or not for salary alone, was everything released, and Yahya Bello is still owing.
The one that was released, was it used to pay salary?
Of course. Turn to local government, turn to state. And as we speak, the percentage we are talking about, state is being paid full any month that the government is paying, state is paying full. It's just the local government. And let me even tell you, it's unfortunate that you are seeing what you can do that is right, but the society will not allow it. Ordinarily, in local government precisely, I'm not even talking of state now, there are so many idle staff that was supposed to lay off. But if you give them, if they were given the option, okay, let's lay off the idle staff so that the resources can take care of the remaining
new ones.
But they will not agree.
Definitely they won't.
They will agree. So if you want to go by their bid, they have to take percentage because the resources is not enough to go around. And still do other obligations. You have to run government.
There is this particular analogy I've heard from a scholar that when a child is crying and is also holding a razor blade, you don't just collect the razor blade from the child if you don't want the child to cry. You take away the razor blade and you put a sweet in the child's hand. If you are laying people off, you are laying them off to what? And you just mentioned now that Kogi State is not an industrialized state. So that means once you lay them off, they go home with nothing. They go back to nothing.
Why are we not complaining of percentage? Knowing fully that the resources is not enough to go around like
but
that.
I think it's a function of the government led by Yahya Bello to provide a solution to the resources not being enough.
To provide a solution is one of the solution which is not enough is to improve the internally generated revenue, to support it. And let me even tell you, ordinarily, IGR is not meant for salary. IGR is taxpayers' money. It's supposed to go for infrastructure for them.
The national allocation.
Yes, it's not enough.
It's not enough to pay just salary.
See, let me tell you, if you are conversant with national allocation, you will know that national allocation is not solely to go into salary. Certain percentage will go to X, Y, Z. You can't. They don't just give you allocation and say go home and pay salary. What happened to other sectors? So certain percentage will go to infrastructure. Certain percentage will go to social development and all that. That is how it is, both federal and.
So what I can infer from what you are saying is that salary payment is not a full priority.
And it can be. It can be. It is a priority, of course, a top priority, but it's not solely.
It's not the topmost priority.
It's not. It can even be topmost priority, but it cannot solely. Everything that comes should go to salary. How? So because they should not do service the government. They should not do any infrastructure. They should not do anything, or it is even an offense that an allocation given to you with formulas that certain percentage goes to salary, certain percentage goes to infrastructure, certain percentage goes for services of government, and you now collapse everything and to pay salary. It's even an offense.
I will take this for just for an argument's sake, but I still have now with this.
And let me tell you what's happening in Kogi. It's not only peculiar to Kogi alone. How many states is paying full salary in Nigeria today? They are just blowing Kogi State out of proportion.
Why are they blowing out of proportion?
Political.
Other states, they also run politics.
Yes.
And we just concluded that election.
Do you know that the most nuisance politician in Nigeria is from Kogi State? I will not mention name. Go and Google it. So
let's just
blowing it out of proportion.
But this is not the person, whoever you have in mind, it's not the person blowing this out of proportion. Even on social media, you can't pay everybody on social media. On social media, everywhere, what they are shouting is that salaries are not being paid, we are suffering. And even the LNC chairman used a particular word. They said they are pop-hiring Kogites. Pop-hiring, like they are turning them to paupers. So to me now, is there any, now your former principal now is seeking to be re-elected. Does he have the solution to this particular financial deficit that is now asking them to trust him for another 1 year, another 4 years?
I've already said it. Of course, he has a lot of solutions on the pipeline. One, he's trying to industrialize the state, to deviate from the usual,
which is a long thing.
It might not be too long a time. It might not be too long a time. It depends on the input, how you face it squarely. So that is one of it. Then Ajakuta, for example, if it comes to Limelight today, then it's part of it.
Now that you mentioned Ajakuta, maybe I'll just let you learn.
By then, idea will improve another, even though it's not meant for salary payment. Then you can be taking care of infrastructure from IGL. And
if the idea improves, are you telling us that with your knowledge of Governor Yahya Bello, he will pay salary?
See, let me tell you, even the bailout of a team that we are talking about has it been paid.
Even just like 20 billion naira.
Most of the remaining something billion that is outstanding, has it been paid? No. It will not be paid. If it is paid today, it will go to the salary and it will redeem whatever outstanding that people are talking about.
So now I will be coming to the Ajakuta steel industry, where some people call Ajakuta steel industry as the bedrock of industrialization in Kogi. And even some people, they even say to the entire Nigeria.
Yes.
And some people might blow it out of proportion and even say in Africa.
Yes.
With your knowledge of staying in Kogi, being a banker, being an executive chairman, being a senator now, what is the specific problem? Why are we not having this Ajakuta with this particular with the problem it will be solved? I'm very sure if we start Ajakuta today, all this issue of unemployment will drastically reduce. So with your knowledge of economics and also your technical know-how in terms of revenue generation, what can you tell us is the basic problem why Ajakuta steel industry is still not working till today?
See, let me tell you, Ajakuta is a national project. When somebody says it's a bedrock of Nigeria, it's a bedrock of West Africa or Africa, it's not blown out of proportion. That is the truth. Because I was there myself.
They said it covers 24,000 hectares of land.
Hectares of land, both underground and above the ground. So we have all what it takes in Ajakuta to take care of Nigerians' populace in terms of unemployed youth. Because we were there and we are made to realize that if Ajakuta is to take off today, skilled workers, professionals, it will take at a go 10,000.
10,000 skilled workers.
10,000
we still have the semi-skilled. We still have the
semi-skilled and unskilled labor, which is uncountable.
So what is
what are we not talking about? See, and if Ajakuta is working today, the idea of insecurity in Nigeria, the idea of what's insecurity is all about? What insecurity is all about? Is it not idle people that are doing that? Are you telling me that somebody is engaged, is working from morning to evening, you still have time to go to the road and they will let lots of people or what? They will not. So if Ajakuta is working today and other industries like that are working today, the problem of insecurity in Nigeria will be solved to a greater.
So what is the problem? Why is it not running?
Well, it's partly, I would say partly political.
So people don't want it to run?
Of course, that is Nigeria for you. What happened to power in Nigeria? Are you telling me that we are not supposed to be enjoying power 24 hours in Nigeria? Are you telling me that?
We should be.
Then what happened?
I think I should be the one asking you.
Then what happened? Yes, I will ask you too. What happened? It means that there are people there that doesn't want it to work.
The efforts.
And that's exactly what's happening
so
in Ajakuta. And I am begging the comment of the day to make Ajakuta working. Because if it is working, it's not only Kogi that will enjoy it. It's not only Kogi that will solve the problem of Kogi. It will solve the problem of Nigeria. And I'm assuring you that. I'm telling you what I know about that.
Now, since we've taken you to the federal government, we've taken you to the state government, now let's come to your constituency. Your constituents now, they've trusted you. Best graduate, ABU, one of the most celebrated universities in Nigeria. Best graduated student, Faculty of Social and Management Science. also a master's degree also in economics. What are the things you are looking for? What should your constituent look forward to receiving from you?
It's just to perpetuate what I've been doing for them. They know what I've been doing. And right from onset, it has been in me to put smile into my neighbor's face.
How do you put this smile?
If I have 1 naira today, if I have 1 naira, somebody must take out of it.
Maybe I will take out of it today.
No problem. That has been me. And my people, my senatorial people, district people, they know who I am. And that is why they voted me. And they know what I have been doing. Because I always said, if you are a real politician will not criticize somebody you want to take over for. No.
What if the person is very bad? According to Karl Popper, the person who postulated...
Are people not seeing it that the person is bad?
Yes.
If
we have no one talking about how bad it is, then that means we are all guilty of the injustice.
No. If you are saying this person is bad, this person, you too, you are bad.
Karl Popper mentioned, like I was about to quote, Karl Popper said, criticism is the growth of knowledge. That means when you criticize...
Constructive criticism.
You weren't specifying whether constructive or destructive.
It's not constructive.
So you agree now that the person you are taking over, you can constructively criticize that person.
That is why I'm telling you that personally, I don't criticize.
Even whether constructive or destructive?
Whether constructive or destructive, I will not criticize. But I'll tell you that ABC has not been done for you. If you vote me, I have ABC strategy to.
So what are those in A, B, C, D? I hope they get to Z that you have on ground now.
One, I've been doing it. Like I said, women. Women empowerment. You see,
by giving them hairdresser.
A banker that I am. Not only that, those are just, you are still impoverishing them the more. You see, as a banker and as an economist, I know what you can do to bring them above poverty line. One, there is this microfinance bank. This microfinance bank, what they are doing to our people at local level, if you need to know, it's very bad. Where somebody will take 20,000 naira and you have to pay back 40,000 naira, outrageous interest.
So you do sensitization on things like this?
Yes, and as a legislator today, that I'll be, by God's grace, I know that there are so many grants, there are so many low interest loans, even some free interest loans that we can give to our people to bring them. And I'm going to be very emphatic on MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprise. It is very key. If you say China is developed, this country is developed today, what made them developed? MSME. I don't know whether you have ever gone to China. If you have,
if you will take me along in your next visit,
no problem.
I'll be happy to
if you are going to impact on the society, because that is my priority.
Most definitely.
So, if you go, you will see one-man business thriving very well. And I'm not saying that Nigerian government has not been paying attention to it. You see, there are differences between having a policy on ground. But the workability of that policies, it matters. And that is why you see National Assembly functions. One of the most important functions of National Assembly is oversight functions.
Yes.
Sincere oversight function. Let me put it that way.
Not witch hunt oversight function.
Sincere oversight function. Yes, the government has been investing on MSME. Why has it not been working? Have we asked this question? You will see that they will say this is MSME money. Okay, we want to empower so amount of number of people. And is there any follow-up? It might even be that it stopped at those that are supposed to disburse this money to the real beneficiary. It might not even get to the real beneficiary.
So
if eventually it gets to the real beneficiary, have you trained them?
Maybe they will just take it.
Have you trained them? Have you told them what to do with this money? So you can't just give them money and they'll see it. Even if you said you are going to pay back,
like
they believe that it's a government money.
Like Vice President Osibajo is doing, the trade money. where they just give people money without training them?
You have to train them.
So you are saying that approach is wrong?
Well, it might not be wrong. I can't. Who am I to wrong that people at that magnitude? I'm not wronging them. But I'm telling you what we are going to do, and we are going to put a touch to what they are doing. We can't do everything at once. They are doing what they can do now. When we get there and we are legislating, we'll legislate more on what we can do to improve on what has been done and what has been doing, so that it will not just go in vain. It's not giving out the money that
so that it will build productivity.
Has the money really go into what it's meant for? Is it turning? Are they turning the money as we expect? Let me tell you, an economy can never grow without MSME.
So what President Osibado is doing is a step in the right direction.
It's perfectly a step in the right direction.
But
it's just a touch to it.
Some people in the PDP, they have the opinion that it was just vote buying because it happened few days to
That is what timing doesn't matter. That is what I'm telling you. That if you are doing the right thing in the presence of your opposition, they will close their eyes. They will tell you they are not. If you even use your hand to open it, they will tell you, "I am not seeing it. I am not hearing it." They will put their hand because their eyes, you see, they want to sit there. They don't want to.
So what you are saying is
don't want to
Nigerian politics or politicians, they are not concerned about the welfare of the people.
No.
What they are concerned about is just having
particularly opposition. Most of them, they are not concerned about the welfare. If you are concerned about the welfare, I told you one good aspect of Governor Yahya Bello. Continuation of what he meant on ground. And that is what many politicians will never do. Because they want to roll out
a
new something so that
for their
whatever
specific.
They want to do.
So we do not have time, as we have seen. We are short of time, so we have to cap it up, round it out, or round it off, as the case may be. Join me in the next episode, The Nexus, Providing Clarity. I remain your host, Aiboka Saheed, and here my guest has been Senator-elect Kogi Central, in person of Senator-elect Yakubu Oseni. I shall be expecting your conspicuous presence in the next episode. Thanks for viewing.